Random House Audiobooks presents Belinda by Anne Rice, writing as Anne Rampling, read for you by Al Mohrmann.
Belinda. Who was she? That was the first thought that came into my mind when I saw her in the bookstore. Jody, the publicist, pointed her out. "Catch your devoted fan over there," she said. "Goldilocks?" Goldilocks, yes. She had hair like that. But who was she, really? Photographing her, painting her, reaching under her skirt and touching the silk of her naked thighs. Yes, I thought of all that too, I have to admit it. I thought of kissing her, seeing if her face was as soft as it looked. Baby flesh. Yes, it was there from the start, especially when she gave me the age-old, inviting smile. 15, maybe 16. She was no older than that. A private school kid who had maybe drifted into the bookstore just to see what was happening. But there was something strange about her that made me think she was somebody. It was a high gloss she had, almost a Hollywood look. She might have been a child actress, of course, or a model. She was certainly pretty enough. My God, she was lovely. But that didn't seem the right explanation either. And she was too old to be one of the little girls who read my books, the ones crowded around me now with their mothers. I forced myself not to stare at her. I had to keep the pen going as the copies of Looking for Bettina were put into my hand. See the little upturned faces. "Do you do all the cartoons yourself for the Saturday morning Charlotte show?" "No, the TV people do all that." The line went all the way down the block, they said, and it was so hot for San Francisco. I glanced back to see if she was still there. Yes, she was. And she smiled again, in that same calm, secretive way. "But come on, Jeremy, pay attention to what you're doing." Jody whispered in my ear, "Just 2 more books and they're sold out." "You mean I can get drunk now?" Scolding laugh. "Sold out!" The clerk had both arms up. "Sold out!" "Let's go," said Jody. I turned around. Goldilocks was gone. I was scanning everywhere, looking for the corn silk hair. Nothing. Jody was tactfully telling the clerks that we were late already for the publisher's party at the St. Francis. "Party. I forgot about the party," I said. "It's the party where you can get drunk," Jody whispered, pushing me towards the door. "Do I have to do this party?" "Look, there'll be lots of other authors there." That meant Alex Clementine, this season's movie star author and my very good friend, and the megasellers. "You could do it in your sleep," Jody said. "Same old reporters, same old columnists." "Then why do it at all?" I asked. But I knew the answer. Jody and I had worked together for 10 years on this kind of thing. Wasn't fair to back out. We were crossing Union Square. "You don't even have to talk," she said. "Just smile." Sad, panicky feeling when I thought of Goldilocks again. But who was she? The question again, as if there ought to be a very specific answer. Maybe an allure that strong always creates a feeling of recognition. Someone I ought to know, have known, dreamt up, been in love with forever. "Look, let the others have the limelight. You know Alex Clementine. He'll keep them mesmerized." Yes, good to have Alex aboard. And everybody said his Tinseltown life story was terrific. Maybe I'll get a second wind. "Jeremy, you know you can lie down for a few minutes. I mean, there's a bedroom there." I smiled. "I think I'll take you up on that." Would like to have sketched the way her Goldilocks came down to her shoulders in ripples. But that was the surface. What about the tempest in my heart when I saw the look in her eye? The lobby of the St. Francis swallowed us. Jody was saying, "I'll tell everybody you're beat. I'll do the talking." Yes, you say it all, whatever it is. And what is there to say anymore? How many weeks has the book been on the New York Times bestseller list? And talk about the Saturday morning Charlotte show? And of course the question that irritated me the most, what was new or different about the latest Looking for Bettina? Nothing. That's the trouble. Absolutely nothing. "Oh, don't look now," Jody said, "but there's Goldilocks, waiting for you right by the elevators." There she was again, all right. She was coming towards us. She had Bettina's house in her hand. I pushed the elevator button. "Hello, Mr. Walker." "Hello, Goldilocks." She drew a pen out of her bag. "I had to get this at another store," she said. Unbelievable blue eyes. I took it out of her hands, took the pen. I tried to place the voice geographically, but I couldn't. Words almost British crisp, but it wasn't a British accent. "What's your name, Goldilocks?" "Belinda," she said. She was so young, just a baby up close. I reached out and stroked her hair. "That's very sweet of you, Mr. Walker." "Pleasure, Belinda." "Want to go to the party?" Had I said that? Jody shot me an incredulous glance. She was holding the elevator door. "Sure, Mr. Walker, if you really want me to." She glided past me into the glass car. "Of course I do," I said. The door swished shut. "I thought you were all tuckered out," Jody said. The elevator shot up soundlessly. The suite was jammed. I took Belinda's arm and forced my way through the bar, acknowledging a few hellos. Her cheeks looked so full and soft, I wanted to kiss them, kiss her candy mouth. I thought, memorize every detail of her so you can paint her later. There's absolutely nothing lecherous about just wanting to paint her. Belinda tugged on my arm. "Thank you, darling." We moved down the little hallway. She was looking at the bedroom. Then she looked up, her eyes dark. "Listen, I want to paint your picture," I said. "Just really paint your picture. Honestly, I swear to you." "Why shouldn't I believe that?" she asked, almost laughing. "I know all about you, Mr. Walker." She went into the open bedroom. I slipped in after her. She turned to me. The hotel bed, covered in gold satin, resembled a great altar. The sheets would be smooth and cool. "Will you come to the house, then?" I asked. She didn't answer. She went to the door and closed it and turned the latch. I felt a painful warmth in my face and a change of gears from man to animal. I said, "Don't do this, honey." "Don't you want to?" she asked. She lifted her arms and put them around my neck, and a soft baby cheek was against my face, her breasts against my chest, her candy mouth opening. "Oh, Goldilocks," I said. "Belinda," she whispered. Belinda." I kissed her. I slid my hands up her thighs, and they were as soft as her face. "Come on," she said. "Don't you want to do it before they come and ruin everything?" "Honey, I like you so much." I woke up when I heard the door click shut. I'd slept for maybe half an hour. She was gone. I found my wallet lying neatly on top of my pants. All my money still in the money clip. Well, I'd done it with her. And she was probably 16, and somebody's daughter. No consolation that it had been simply terrific. In the cab on the way home, my eyes searched every downtown block for her. It was still hot after dark, truly unusual for San Francisco. But the big high-ceiling rooms of my Victorian house were cool, as always. Toys everywhere, dust and disarray of an antique shop. I relaxed all over. The party, the dinner, the noise and bustle were losing their hold at last, and the dingy stillness of the room was comforting. The grandfather clock chimed 10. Time to try to paint her. I went upstairs to the attic studio. I put a small canvas on the easel and started sketching her. When the doorbell rang around midnight, I almost didn't answer. Then it occurred to me. Belinda. She had gotten my address from my wallet. I ran down the steps, both flights, and opened the front door. She looked even younger somehow, so vulnerable. "It's me, Belinda," she said. "Remember?" In the morning, as soon as I opened my eyes, I knew she was gone. The phone was ringing, and I managed to mumble something into it as I saw the nightgown, hanging neatly on the closet door. It was Jody, telling that they wanted me on a talk show. "Not now, Jody, it's just not the time." Downstairs I found the dishes washed, everything stacked, very neat.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?